Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Also, as well, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well to this very day. That is continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And also, as well, likewise, much due honors, Shalom, to the Hope elect. That's also Plannin's work as well, continuing the legacy of the apostles and the elders of old, and continuing to further this ministry and continuing to spread this gospel to other members of the Hope elect in faith, in truth, in sincerity, and also in all charity. Now, slacking. Topic of this video is going to be entitled "Subjected to Hope." And of course, if the spirit has to where I change the title of the video, of course I'm going to change the title. Just going according to the spirit. But this is our video is going to be regarding the hope that we have in this current world, in which our hope, which is the hope of the elect of the nation of Israel, which Lord's will, we are a part of that number, is that we are to be pulled out of this pit that we have been put in, and that we don't die. And that's also in this, it says that in the scriptures as well, that that we hope to not die in the pit, sort of roughly paraphrasing. And that's the hope that we have, because we don't have hope in this current world and this current system, because this system is ready to fall. It's ready to crumble. But at the same time, by that same token, that is what we look towards, because there's nothing in this current world that we have to look forward to. Because this world is not even made, or should I say this system, this kingdom, this kingdom in this current system in this society, it wasn't built for the benefit of our people, which are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It was never built for our comfort. It wasn't built for us to stay and to lay down with margaritas, and and things of that nature, man. Because our people, that's the spirit that they're in. The spirit of relaxation. But the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who these people inwardly call God and Jesus, is going to turn things up. And is going to manifest that the hope that they have is vain. But like I said at the beginning of the video, our hope is that we are pulled out of this pit. And when you go into that word pit, it breaks down into the definition of a system. And that's why I said that the system that was built here in Babylon the Great, which is America, was built to continually oppress us. And, even though Jake, to this very day, they still deny that they're being oppressed. Well, look around you. Well, why do you have to go the extra mile to ensure your health? To ensure that what you set your hands to is not defiled. Because everything is defiled around us. Everything is unclean. Everywhere you go, it's filthy. There is no place clean, and not only here in Babylon, but also other parts of the world. There is nowhere that you can go to find refuge, to find some solace and peace of mind. Because the righteous are continually being vexed by the sights, the hearings of the wicked, and the like. But as the title says, we are subjected to hope. Whoever the spirit has me the title of the video. I may keep this title. I don't know. But the point is that we are subjected unto hope. we are that's where our power lies, so to speak, because that hope is also aligned with faith, because we believe that this will take place. The mercy that's going to be shown towards the people of the Lord is going to be slack you. Trying to get through this traffic here. But yeah, like I said, that our hope, we also have faith as well, which they're synonymous. And that's why the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua made it necessary in this time to be made subject underneath hope, or he's preferring faith in the earth, because that is the only way to please Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because by faith, then cometh works, like it says in the book of James. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the precepts I have here. And first I want to grab here it is. This is Romans chapter 8, and this is at verse 19. It says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope." Okay, now let's get the word subjected. Let's see real quick. Okay, so that word subjected, it means to arrange under, to subordinate, to subject, put in subjection. It says to obey. It says to submit one's control. So we have no control in this current world that we're in as far as the things concerning prophecy. And when I say that, I mean that the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua hands is in all things. So that's why the scriptures say that to cast thy cares unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because he's the one that's governing over what's taking place on the planet Earth. And that's why we are level-headed when it comes to what's happening around the world, especially concerning Esau Edom, which is a true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. And we understand that the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is using him and the elements of the world to make his word manifest. That's where our hope lies in. And there's a video that was done in the past by one of the brothers, and I believe I mentioned it before, but the video was titled "Giving Satan Too Much Credit," because the Most High is in control of him. Which if the Spirit allows, I'll do a separate video on that. But it says to yield one's admonition or advice, to obey, to be subject. Let's see. Right, it says to be under obedience. It says put under, subdue under. So we are subdued by hope. We are reduced to hope in this current world that's full of madness and wickedness and deep darkness. That's why it says the creature was made subject to vanity. But by the same token, we are also subjected under hope. And we're the creature. Okay, and it started back during the time, during the creation of the world, when Adam was formed. Okay, when you read in 2nd Esdras, it speaks about that evil seed that was sown in the heart of Adam. And that evil seed that was planted on the earth has taken root, and now it's sprung forth as that green bay tree. That's what you read in the scripture as well. It speaks about that green bay tree. So all these things that are happening from the beginning all the way until now is for the Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai to have us be subjected and reduced to hope. That's how serious this thing is. That is why the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai has us in this position, so that his return in salvation and mercy is made manifest. And it's dramatic in that the glory of Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, is to be uplifted to the highest. Because even us knowing who we are and understanding the book, understanding the mysteries of the scriptures, is a miracle in itself. Because Esau wasn't expecting us to ever come out of the spell that we were in when we were brought into captivity and lost our heritage. But lo and behold, again, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is in complete control. And also as well, since he's in control, he has put us in this current position, in this status that we're in, which is a lower state, to lift us up again. So we're going to go from being in a lower state to being, and we're actually, it doesn't even stop at the lowest state. We're at the lowest of the states. That's why it's noted, and it's a fact too, that our people was put in that our people is regarded as the bottom of the barrel. The first fired and the last hired. A proverb and a byword amongst the nations. And they deem our people as menaces to society. That is went from being gold to dung. But guess what? That's all going to turn around. We're going to go from being at the lowest to being preferred in the planet Earth. Why? Because the Earth, and I believe the elder Yashawamba did a video recently, said that the Earth needs new management. And that's true, the Earth does need new management. And that management is going to come underneath the government that the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is going to place on the earth once again, which he is forming that government right now. And through that government, righteousness is going to spew throughout the four corners of the earth, and wickedness is going to be downtrodden. It's going to be a change in the places in the time to come. That's the hope that we have. And if you don't have this same hope that we have, then it's more than likely you are not in alliance with Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, because that's where we're at right now. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is choosing his allies and putting far off the rebels, the ones who are pledging their allegiance to Edom, the nation of Edom, which is going to be cemented by the MOTB, which is spoken of in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back into the scriptures. I know I went off on a tangent there, but hey, that's a spirit. Let's see. Yeah, I can continue reading. This whole chapter is really good. But let me read a little bit more. It says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children, the sons of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So there you go. So we are to be delivered from this bondage of corruption, which is these bodies, right? Because as long as we are under these bodies, we are in chains. Because when you read in the book of Jude, it speaks about the chains of darkness. And these are indeed the chains of darkness, because we are subject to all the elements of the world. We are vulnerable in this current world. And again, that is leading right in towards the hope that we have to be delivered out of these chains, to be delivered out of bondage, to be delivered out of the spiritual city, which is called the city which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, to be delivered from the hands of our enemies and recovered by Yahweh Shai. Actually, that's a bad video, raw recovery. You know, when I get a chance, Lord will, I hope it's still fresh on the mind. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move on from there. Let me grab 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 10. It says, Slacky, let me start a few up. Okay, yeah, I can start here. It says, or saith he it altogether for our sakes. For our sakes, no doubt, this is written. All right, so this is for our sakes. This is for the sake of the hopeful elect. It says that he that ploweth should plow in hope. Again, that he that ploweth shall plow in hope. So we are plowing in hope. And there's a reason why. Reading on, it says, and that he that thresheth in hope should be partaker of his hope. So we are plowing in hope, and that's the seed that is sown. All right, the seed of hope. You know what? I may change the title of the video to the seed of hope, because that's what it is. It's the seeds of hope. But again, like it says here, the ones that plow shall plow in hope. So therefore, we are. This is what we have been resorted to hope. But at the same time, we are working in hope. We are doing this work and teaching and prophesying in hope. We are doing the things that are commanded of us by Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and underneath the vibration of hope. That's why we do these things. People don't understand the reason why we go the extra mile and do so much concerning the scriptures and what's written therein. The reason why is because we hope in it. We hope that, again, you know what? Let me go ahead and grab it, because I keep referencing it. Here it is. Yep, let's go ahead and get it. The Spirit calling for it. This is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 14. It says, the captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. So we are the captive exile. You know, we've been exiled from the land of Israel. We've been casted away from the sight of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai out of the land of Israel. And we've been made captive. So again, the captive exile hasteneth. This is the hastening. By doing these things, we are hastening the return of Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai sees and hears what's taking place. He is witnessing his servants returning to him, and that we are crying out to the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. And that goes back to the scripture where it says the parable that was put forth concerning that widow that was was begging the ruler of the city to avenge her of her enemies, and that we are that widow. We are that widow that is begging Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai to avenge us of our enemies. And it says, look, this widow continually comes to me to beg me of this. So therefore, I'm gonna do that, because she continually comes to me to beg me of this. So that's why Yahweh Shai is going to return, or Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is going to make sure that this is done. That continual cry, and that cry is going all the way back to Abel, if you can receive it. So going back, Let's see. Slakia. I passed it. Right. So back in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 10, it says, or saith he altogether for our sakes. For our sakes, no doubt this is written, that he that plows should plow in hope, and that he that thresheth in hope should be partaker of his hope. Okay. And yeah, so that's it on that. So let me go ahead and move on to the next precept. 2nd Ezra chapter 7. And this is at verse 17. It says, then answered I and said, O Lord that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things, but the ungodly should perish. Slakia. Okay. Yeah, it says, then answer I and said, O Lord that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things, but that the ungodly should perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for the wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things and yet shall not see the wide. So again, it says they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things as we suffer the straight things. But guess what? The contrast between us and them is that they place their hope in this current world, that Esau Edom, which again is the so-called white man, is going to is going to deliver them out of their trouble. But no, he's going to add to that trouble. If anything, he's going to be the bringer, the harbinger of that trouble. But as far as the righteous, we suffer straight things and hope for the wide. You know, we hope to get out of these straight things. We're not here to, you know, being in straits is not a happy, joyous thing. You know, even though we are appreciative of going down this path, because Yahweh Shemel Shai didn't have to do this. He didn't have to reveal these things unto us and have us go this route. No, man, that's the Lord's mercy, man. That's the extent, or should I say that is the glory of his mercy. All right. So again, it says the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for the wide. So we hope for the wide. We hope for the wide, which is the kingdom. Because at the end of this road, there is a destination, and that is hope. Because if you keep going down a road and it's endless, you know where's the hope? If there's no end point, there's no destination. So that comes with knowing that there is a future, which goes right in prophecy, because prophecy goes into future events. That's why in the future, you know, we hope for the future, but our future is that which does not include this kingdom. This kingdom's got to be wiped off the face of the earth for that future to be made manifest. That hope to be the hope which is in Yahweh Shemel Shai to be uplifted and manifest. So going down just a little bit more. I think where it says, oh, here it is. Yeah, this is one I'm looking for, really. This one I want to start with, but, you know, it's all right. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 9. It says, if this city now were given to a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? Right. So there's a destination out of this. There's a destination that we're going towards. You know, we've been set on the dangerous path, but if we don't go down that path, how are we going to receive this inheritance? Which that inheritance goes into the sons of the Most High, which are the Israelites. This is our inheritance. But guess what? And this is also inherited as well. And that's why I made the video previously called the inherited profession, which this goes right into it. Because not only have we inherited that profession, which is to prophesy and do the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai, but this is also inherited so that we can receive the result or the reward of that inheritance. Okay, but this is a part of it. Verse 10, it says, And I said, it is so, Lord, and it's the point. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. So this is our portion. This is what the Lord has gave to us to embark on, so that when we plow, right, we plow in hope. So let me grab this last one. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 12. It says, hope deferred maketh the heart sick. And that word heart means your mind. Okay, that word heart in the Hebrew is la'ab. It says, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. And it is going to end up being a tree of life. Why? Because we are no longer going to die ever again. Death is going to be removed out of the nation of Israel, because we're all going to be righteous in that day. And when I say righteous, I mean we're all going to be following the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to a T and not ever go off. But like it says, hope deferred maketh the heart sick. So when you go to deferred, right, the word deferred means to draw out, to be drawn out, to be postponed, to stretch out, to be draw out. In other words, it's something that's long and drawn out, and it makes the mind sick. And when you get that word sick, is that Hebrew word is chala. All right, chala, which means to entreat, to pray, to beg. All right, that's the definition right there. That's applied in the scripture. Okay, it says to be tired. It says to grieve. So that hope, which is long, which is being drawn out, all right, it makes the mind grieve. It makes the mind tired, because again, we are in these bodies. That's the result of being in this flesh. That's why our Lord Yahweh Shai, and this stands true to this very day, and this makes that saying even more pronounced. And that saying is, the spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. So like it says, hope deferred, which is long, which is drawn out, right, to be postponed, maketh the mind grieve. But it says, when the desire cometh, right, when that desire cometh, which that's the hope. That's the hope of the saints. It says it is a tree of life. So, and guess what? We have been given access to that tree of life once again. And that's why we've been put on this path, so that when that desire does come, it's going to be fully manifest that we are partaking in that tree of life, and it starts here. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out on that note. And Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. You know, like always, Lord's will is edifying, and that it built you up in the faith, especially, and that it's continuing to keep you going in this current wicked world, and that it also boosts the hope. It also fed you to the full. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. So again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that we will to this day. Shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the hopeful elect, continuing to labor in his work. All right, and labor in hope as well. And continuing to plow in hope as well, especially in all faith, in truth, sincerity, and all charity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.